Hello lovelies, my name is Mamta and welcome to my channel GeekGlitz, in which I talk about all things geek and all things glitz. I make all sorts of videos, mainly Harry Potter, so feel free to browse through my channel to check out some of my other videos and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. So as you can see, I am filming from a different location today. This is my bedroom at home and it does have a couple of Potter elements, but I normally film from my blue couch at my office. But due to the coronavirus pandemic, I am self-isolating and social distancing, which is why I'm filming this video from home. And you should definitely be doing that as well if you have the option and privilege to self-isolate and social distance, while our essential workers and brave healthcare workers are on the front lines fighting this pandemic. So please do your part to flatten the curve. Because even if you feel that if you catch the coronavirus, you would probably survive, the fact is that if you are a carrier, you could pass it on to someone who is so much more vulnerable and may not survive this. So we've got to do our part. Please self-isolate and social distance and maintain good hand hygiene. And since the situation could be really overwhelming, I'm choosing to deal with it by adding a little bit of light into my day by using Harry Potter as a kind of coping mechanism. So I like to watch the movies, do some crafts, or even do a puzzle, and even film this video because I have that privilege and option to do so. So I hope that by making this video, I can add a little bit of light into your day as well. So for today's video, I've got a close look and review of this BoxLunch exclusive Loungefly Harry Potter Pin Trader backpack, which is a mouthful, but it's just so cool. The moment I saw this bag online, I'm like, I need to have it because it basically combines two of my loves when it comes to collecting Harry Potter merch. I love pins and bags, and this bag is like a perfect place for me to display my Harry Potter pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a close look of this bag, and then I'm also going to do a pin look so that you could see how the pins would look on this bag. So let me just dive right in. I will be linking to this bag below in my description if you guys wanted to check it out too. So here is the backpack up close and it looks amazing. And this bag retails for $79.90 US, but it is possible to get it cheaper on BoxLunch because they sometimes have sales, or even if you use BoxLunch money. So the dimensions of this bag are 12-inch in height, 9-inch in width, and a 4-inch depth. So the first thing that you see on this backpack is the beautiful Hogwarts silhouette front and center. It's in a nice black color, and of course the front is filled with perforated holes. Now I'll get back to those holes in a second, but first let me show you this entire bag. So the shape of this bag is supposed to look like a book, a Hogwarts book, which is why on the spine you can see a Hogwarts crest. And then on the back, it kind of looks like the back of the book. And there are two adjustable backpack straps, which is really great. There's also a sign that says Harry Potter Loungefly, since this is a Loungefly bag. There's also a little strap on the top, which makes it easy to hang the bag. The edge of the bag is supposed to represent pages in the off-white color. And then the top of the bag has a zippered compartment, which leads to the inside of the bag. So let me get back to the front of the bag, which is, in my opinion, the best part of this bag. So it's meant to look like a book, and there's even a little strap that holds down the front cover, similar to how you would hold down a journal. So this little strap has a little H on it for Hogwarts, and when you open it up, there's a little button. So that was just one button that I opened up, but there are two additional buttons that I need to open in order to reveal the front of the bag. So I lifted up the front flap, which has a clear covering, and then here is the center of the bag, and this is where I would put all my pins, which is why there are so many perforated holes, and I can actually feel them now. This bag also includes a Dementor pin, which looks so awesome. So I think that's really great that they included that. I think it's fantastic that they have this clear covering to protect the front of the bag and all the pins that would be on it. Because one of my concerns when I got this bag was, what if the pins like kind of fall down? Like what if they come off and fall down while I'm carrying it? But after seeing this bag, and especially after seeing the vinyl covering and the three different buttons, the one on the top, the one on the bottom, and of course the one on the center, I feel like this bag is pretty secure and the pins would be able to stay on. So now let's take a look at the inside of the bag. The zipper pull says Loungefly on it. And one thing to note before I open up is that I don't have to undo the center strap in order to open up the zipper, because when you open up the zipper, it ends right before that strap. So now I'm going to pull out all this paper, and as you can see, the bag goes pretty deep. The back of the bag has a zippered compartment as well, which can be opened up, and then you can place a couple of things in here. And I'm also really happy to note that the front of the bag has a separate compartment for the pin section from the rest of the bag. So this is really good because if you stick your pins in through this pin compartment and put your rubber backings there, none of the stuff that you have in the rest of your bag would snag on those pin backings and cause them to fall. So this was one of my concerns when I bought this bag, and I'm really glad that there is a separate compartment, which makes it a lot easier and convenient. So now what I'm gonna do is decorate the front of my bag with a Hogwarts inspired pin look, since this is a Hogwarts backpack. And to secure the pins on this backpack, I'm gonna use a combination of butterfly clasps, rubber backings, and locking backs. So here's my completed Hogwarts pin look for this backpack, and I think it turned out really great. I purposely left the center open because I didn't want to fill them with pins so that the Hogwarts castle silhouette can come through. And there were a couple of things that I noticed while I was putting the pins on this backpack. So number one, some of these you will notice are cut off. The pins are cut off because I didn't take into account the frame. So if I were to redo it, I would probably move them a little bit more in the center so that they are within the clear covering and not towards the edge. And then another thing that I noticed was that there were certain pins that if they had more than one pin back, they wouldn't be able to fit to the holes perfectly. So if you take a look at this pin, I had to place it at an angle because it had two pin backings, and the only way they could fit in perfectly through the holes was if I angled it. So certain pins might have to be adjusted in the way you position them in order to fit through the holes perfectly. And then another thing I realized while placing the pins was that I had to kind of keep moving around the backpack and angling it in different ways in order to place the pin backings on the pin, because the compartment on the inside is a bit snug. So if I want to try to get a pin on the center, I kind of have to stick my hand all the way through and kind of feel it around or angle it in a way in order to get that pin backing onto the pin before the pin falls out from the front. And it was a little bit more difficult to place pin backings for the pins on the top of the bag just because the flap is a lot more smaller there, like the compartment. So to slip your hand through, it's a little bit more of a snug area to work with. It is definitely possible though, but you just have to maneuver the bag in the right position in order to do it. So those were just some of my thoughts and tips on how to place pins on this backpack. I still think it turned out really great, and I cannot wait to rock this backpack. So I'm really looking forward to the day that I could wear this backpack out because it is so perfectly Potter and I absolutely love it. So let me know what you guys thought of this Harry Potter Pin Trader backpack by Loungefly. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and please subscribe to my channel GeekGlitz for more things geek and more things glitz, and make sure to hit that notification bell to be informed when my new videos are up. And I've got all my social media details down below in my description. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so come say hello as I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, lovelies. Make sure to stay safe and stay magical. See you in the next video. Bye!